Hello everyone, MarcusWolfe here, welcoming you all back to another episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. Last we left off, we had a nice little discussion with Dahlia Hawthorne. She seems to have a penchant for lying, and we're currently indicting her as the murderer. As strange as it may be, because all we have is the fact that there was a 10-minute gap that she didn't mention. So, I mean, why? It's fair. Why would someone not mention a 10-minute gap? It doesn't make sense unless you have something to hide. 10 minutes is enough for anyone to come in, kill, leave. You know, that's enough time. Oh, Mr. Grossberg, you're back. Well, it seems I arrived just in the nick of time. I found a police report on the incident in your newspaper clipping, Mia. Police report added to the court record. A report on the incident 8 months ago. Thank you so much. This is exactly what I was hoping for. Can I examine? That's the wrong button. Can barely a minute and already the wrong button. God dang it. Can I examine that? In more? Yes, I can. Incident overview. District Courthouse Cafeteria, August 27th, 4 p.m. Victim is Diego Armando, 28. Lawyer. Oh. Dahlia Hawthorne has been a busy little bee, hasn't she? A suspect in the murder of a lawyer. Armando ingested poison while interviewing the suspect regarding another case. Traces of poison were found in the victim's coffee cup. No poison was found in the vicinity or on the suspect's person. It's currently unclear how the poison entered the victim's cup. I can see why she would be the main suspect then, because, okay, someone's very angry outside with the car horn. I don't know if you heard that. That's why she was suspect number 1 in this case, in the Diego Armando poisoning, apparently. He was busy questioning her, and she was being treated as a suspect. But the fact that there was no poison means that she couldn't have done it, even though she's suspect number 1. That sounds wonderful, don't it? And I guess that Diego and Mia were co-workers, I'm guessing? Because why would she be so invested in this case simply because Dahlia Hawthorne's here? Because I feel like that's why she's doing this case, because Dahlia Hawthorne popped up again. Well, you'd better take a good look at it. It details how you came to lose your boyfriend. Oh, okay, well, that explains why she has such large skin in the game. Diego Armando was her boyfriend. Oh, well, yeah. Yep, that's why she's invested in this case. Now then, the defense has made a very serious accusation just now. Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this? Well, really, Your Honor, that is may I interrupt you for just a moment, Mr. Prosecutor? Oh, don't you worry, my dear. I have this situation well under control. Well, that is I apologize. Go right on ahead. God, crocodile tears. In real life, I hate those kind of people, I really do. It's like, stop manipulating people with emotions. God, I hate her. Madame Faye, are you seriously accusing me of killing my sweet Dougie? Yes, I am. Not only am I saying that you murdered Doug Swallow, but you also tried to pin the whole thing on your current lover, Phoenix Wright. Oh, I told you that you should have let me handle this. Girl, stop it. Sorry, but please, go right on ahead. How can you say that? I'm absolutely devoted to my dear Feeny. The notion that I would try to frame him, that's just ludicrous. This is all just too much for me to bear. I believe that girl is trying to ask what on earth her motive could be. Motive, huh? Well, the answer to that lies somewhere in this police report. It must. Really? 8 months ago, An incident occurred in this basement cafeteria of this building. And then, that same day, the two of them accidentally meet. Oh! I see where you're going with this, Mia. So you're saying that them two, Phoenix and Dahlia Hawthorne, meeting on that day was not coincidence. Considering that 8 months ago, she was being interviewed by a lawyer, and then she ended up being the suspect number one in his murder. But how could that be a motive? I don't know. I can see the direction she's going in, but I do not see what she's thinking. Please go away, thank you. There's a pop-up. Your Honor, the defense requests further testimony from Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
More testimony? What exactly would you like her to testify about?
About the events of today when she first met the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, really, Miss Fay? What on earth could that possibly have to do with this case? The witness claims she has no reason to frame the defendant, am I right? Well, as such, I have evidence suggesting to the contrary, that she did, in fact, had a very good reason.
Very well, then. The court grants the defense's request. Young lady, would you mind staying on for just a bit longer?
Oh, of course not, Mr. Judge. Get ready for the battle of your life, Dahlia Hawthorne. No, really. I can see where she's I can see where Dahlia... I can see where Mia is heading, but I don't know what she's looking for. I don't know. I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. It's the moment our eyes met. Oh, my heart just skipped a beat. We've been going out ever since that fateful day. We're so lovey-wovey, we literally make people sick. It's just jealousy, I think.
Mr. Wright, do that again and I will hold you in contempt of court.
And now we enter the final act of our little drama.
As we used to say in the days of my youth, go get her, Mia.
I think that's supposed to be a pick-up egg-on situation, but that works too. How I met my darling Feeny. I would love to know this, because I really do. What is Mia going at? I really want to know. I first met my darling Feeny 8 months ago. So until that time, you had been dating Doug Swallow? Yes. I'm a real fool, I know. Letting my emotions change so quickly. Oh, I'm quite ashamed of myself, really.
No, not at all, young lady. Look at me, I'm infamous for changing my mind. My critics have even taken to calling me Judge Fickle.
Maybe you should look for a different line of work in that case, Your Honor.
Despite that, however, he always hands down to correct verdict. That's why some have also called him the Great Genie.
It's like we were destined to meet in this very courthouse's basement reading room. The courthouse reading room. I must say that is a strange place to meet the love of your life. Oh, that's not true, Madame Fay. After all, Miss Feeny was... Well, Feeny was not only an art student, but he was also thinking of becoming a lawyer. Oh, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you, Miss Hawthorne. What was a literature student like you doing in the courthouse reading room? It's a rather odd place to find reading literature. Oh, this line of questioning is a waste of time, Miss Fay. It has nothing to do with the murder case at hand.
Miss Fay, I'm warning you. If this has nothing to do with Mr. Swallow's case.
I have to remember the judge is on Dahlia's side. I better tread carefully. No, I know why she was here. I want to hear it from her own mouth. I want to catch her in a lie. Your Honor, If you'll please allow me just a bit of latitude, I believe I can establish relevance. Please, ask her to continue with her testimony.
Very well, Miss Fay. Young lady, I have a simple question for you. What were you doing downstairs in the courthouse reading room?
Well, if it pleases your honor, the answer is simply this. I had come to this courthouse to do some research for a paper I was writing.
And therein comes the lie.
She is ready, willing, and able to come up with any kind of lie to create a believable story. She does not know that we know why she was really here. But first, you were writing the paper? On what exactly? On the relationship between modern scenario poetry and the criminal underworld.
Well, that sounds like a fascinating research idea.
Am I getting old? Now I've even forgotten what I've forgotten. Again with the midlife crisis stuff?
Mia, why did that girl really come to this courthouse? Isn't that what you wanted to know? And speaking of forgetting things, you haven't forgotten about the police report, have you? I went through a lot of trouble to get it, my dear, so be sure to read it carefully.
The moment our eyes met, yeah, girl, I'm sorry. I could press the other parts, but this is such a bold-faced lie. Lie. I'll say it one last time. Lie. You were not here for a research paper. You were here as a suspect. Miss Hawthorne, you weren't here because of your research paper, weren't you? Tell the truth. Didn't you actually come here for a much more important reason? What is the meaning of that cocky smile on your face, Miss Fay? 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse, was another tragedy. Another tragedy?
Oh, do you mean the incident in which an attorney was poisoned?
The name of the suspect in that incident is listed here in this report, Your Honor. And that name? Well, I'm sure you know it quite well. It's Dahlia Hawthorne.
What? Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes, the sweetie pie of everyone's eye, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. She was the prime suspect in the criminal case just 8 months ago.
Order! This is unbelievable. It's true, then, that the loveliest
Miss Fay, no, that's not fair! You can't slander my witness with an unrelated I, Winston Payne, will not allow it! Mr. Prosecutor, I believe I was about to speak. Pardon me, go right on ahead. Well, it's true that 8 months ago, the police expressed some interest in me.
Expressed some interest, huh?
Mr. Judge, sir, I know I'm under oath, so I'll tell you the absolute truth. I did not commit the crime that occurred during that incident 8 months ago.
I see.
Okay, I've now tied the two crimes together. Now, I just gotta stay on the offensive.
Well done, Mia. Oh, you've really lit a fire in my heart. And my buttocks. I can hardly tell which is more inflamed, my spirit or my hemorrhoids.
Please stop that. Okay, so, yes, we did connect them, that she was here in this courthouse 8 months ago. And that's when she met Phoenix. The question then is, so what? Where can I find a motive in that? Well, I suppose now we can segue into talking about the poisoning. Yes, that's true. So at least there's that. I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. I left my seat for just a moment and, well, that's when it happened. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison lethal at just 2 teaspoons. Not only that, but I heard it was a very special poison. So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that.
So that's what happened here 8 months ago.
How
However, as you heard from the witness's testimony, she had nothing to do with it. I think the defense is just out about tricks. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Payne. But I'm afraid the defense has many more tricks up its sleeve today. And I'll be sure to show them to you before this cross-examination is over. Oh! What the? Why does this defense suddenly feel stronger?
Aha! Mia, you're glowing like a true lawyer's aura, Madele. That proud posture and self-confidence, they're absolutely smashing.
So now, I guess the question then is, how could she have gotten her hands on the poison? But how would that relate to our current case? I met the lawyer who was poisoned to discuss something in the cafeteria that day. And what exactly were you talking about with the attorney? Well, I'm sorry, but that's confidential.
Well, according to the report, you were being interviewed regarding another case.
The lawyer that was killed, he said he wanted to talk about an incident that I was caught up in when I was younger. Why don't you tell us all about that incident then? That has absolutely nothing with the case at hand, Miss Fay.
Objection sustained. The defense's question is stricken from the record.
Very well then. You get involved in a lot of incidents, don't you, Miss Hawthorne? Well, I guess I was just born under a bad star. Don't worry, Dolly. I'll protect you.
You heard the man. Now that is true love, young lady.
Oh, Feeny. Please. Those two really are making me ill, albeit for decidedly different reasons. I left my seat for just a moment, and that's when it happened. How long would you say you were gone? Well, I've already answered all these questions for the police. But if you must know, it's about 10, maybe 20 minutes. And where were you during that stretch of time? Using the toilet? What are you saying, Miss Fay? Toilet? My perfect little dolly doesn't poop!
You heard the defendant, Miss Fay. Better luck next time.
Oh, Feeny. Please. The police have already looked into this whole matter, Miss Fay. This line of questioning is nothing but a waste of the court's time.
Objection sustained. Miss Hawthorne, please continue with your testimony.
Dahlia is perfect in every way in Phoenix's eyes. He doesn't really mean that Dahlia doesn't poop, just means that don't mention something so unrefined to her. From what I heard, it was a liquid poison lethal at just 2 teaspoons. And just about how much liquid would 2 teaspoons be?
Well, let me see. My bottle of eye drops says half fluid ounce. That's about equal to 3 teaspoons.
So it was about 2/3 that amount, huh? So the size of an eye drop bottle. The poison was found in the lawyer's mug of coffee. It must have been after I left the table. Someone must have quietly slipped it there. Okay, that's important. So 2 teaspoons is the size of an eye drop bottle. A little bit less than that contents, but... And for those of you that use eye drops, those bottles are small. Huh. Not only that, but I heard it was a very special kind of poison. A special kind? How so? Well, I heard it's almost impossible to detect.
Oh? And where would something like that come from?
I'm sorry. All I know is what I overheard the police saying. They said something about using advanced chemical processes to purify it.
Chemical processes? Well, that's quite impressive. Most impressive, I must say.
The better question is, how did a criminal get something like that? So you see, I'm innocent. I wouldn't even know where to get a poison like that. And that's the reason why they didn't arrest you then? Because no one could show how you could have gotten your hands on the poison. I think that's a good enough reason, Madame Faye. She's right. And I think we've all had just about enough of Miss Faye's pointless questions.
So in essence, the main reason Miss Hawthorne was never arrested for this crime was because no one could show how she could have obtained the poison.
Then all we have to do is find a way to establish that, right? Great. Now, just how did a literature student get a hold of poison? Especially rare poison?
I have a feeling how these points are connected now. First question is, how did she get the poison? I think that she did poison the lawyer now, and I think I know how she held on to the poison. The question now is, how did she get the poison? Because unless I can prove that she got the poison, me mentioning how she kept the poison means nothing. A very special kind of poison. I can't help but wonder. Because 8 months ago, she was still dating Doug, who he himself was a pharmacology student. If he was studying pharmacology, it's very possible that he would have access to poison, in which, to test out potential cures and whatnot. Potentially for, a thesis statement, like, here, I'm working with this poison, and my thesis is on how to refine medicine to counteract the poison, that kind of thing. But yeah, I think that's how she got the poison. Because she was dating Doug Swallow. No, I didn't. Ah, god damn it. I did not mean that. Can I skip this? Thank god. Well, I'm gonna sip some tea for a moment. There we go. I pressed the wrong button, god damn it. No, I think she got it from Doug Swallow. Because he's working... he's a pharmacology student and working in the pharmacology department. It's possible that he was doing research with poisons. It's very possible. Please, present. Thank you. You wouldn't know how to get a hold of that poison. I'm sorry, but I just don't believe you. What? In fact, I believe you had very easy access. Didn't you? At your boyfriend's lab. Boyfriend? You don't mean the victim, Doug Swallow?
That's right, Your Honor. Up until 8 months ago, Miss Hawthorne was dating Mr. Swallow. And if you'll recall, Mr. Swallow was a pharmacology student at Ivy University. Pharmacology? His laboratory contained highly advanced chemistry equipment. In fact, without such equipment, the culprit could never have obtained such a rare and special poison. Well, Miss Hawthorne, it seems you did have access to such a poison after all. And then it was just a matter of slipping it into the victim's coffee when he wasn't looking. The only person who could have done that was the one sitting at his very table. You! No!
Order! Could it be?
That's nothing but May I say something, Madame Faye? What is it, Miss Hawthorne? The amount of poison in the coffee was 2 teaspoons, correct? In order to carry that much liquid, you will need some kind of container.
Well, yes, that is true.
I was searched immediately after the— Oh my god! That's the connection! Ah. I told you I think I knew how she carried the poison, but until I could prove how she got it, it meant nothing. She carried the poison in her bottle necklace. She got rid of it by meeting Phoenix, and gave it to him under the guise of a present. And by that time, she no longer had it. The police searched her. Oh my god. I was searched immediately after the incident took place. Well, that's quite true. In fact, the entire courthouse was turned upside down. But they didn't find a suspicious container anywhere, did they? Well, she's right. They even mentioned it in the report. Because they had no reason to suspect Phoenix.
And either that or he had left. Oh my god, I can't believe it. She's so manipulative. She was thinking so many steps, not necessarily ahead, but thinking of many steps in which to avoid getting in trouble. She puts on this innocent act, but my god, she is manipulative. Oh. Well, you could have easily gotten rid of something that small. Excuse me, madame, but this is a court of law. If you're going to say I threw the poison container away, then I think you need to show some proof. Proof? Well, she can't be good with that.
Miss Fey, please provide some evidence to this court, or I will be disallowing this line of questioning. Unless we can come up with some evidence, we're going to lose this lead.
Police conducted a full body search of Dahlia and of the entire courthouse. And yet a container holding the poison disappeared right under everyone's noses.
If you're going to accuse this young lady of committing the murder 8 months ago, then where is the container the poison was carried in? What happened to it?
It's right here. It's right here. She gave it to Phoenix on the day they met, which was 8 months ago. You were forced to get rid of that container in a hurry, weren't you? And that's why you passed it on to someone who had nothing to do with that case. Someone who you knew would not be searched.
Well, who is this person, then?
Mr. Phoenix Wright, of course. So the defendant was this witness's accomplice, is that what you're saying? Oh, of course not, Mr. Payne. She simply gave the poison to him disguised as a present. What? But that's...
Well, that's a charming little necklace. Is it a little bottle? It's really quite cute. So what about it? What does it mean, Miss Fey?
The day the witness met and fell for Mr. Phoenix Wright was 8 months ago. August 27th. The very same day as the poisoning incident. Under the pretense of love, the witness gave my client a present. All for the purpose of hiding that one piece of evidence that would incriminate her.
What? Are you saying that there's a deadly poison in here?
No, there's no longer any poison in that bottle. However, I'm certain if the crime lab were to analyze it, they would find trace amounts. No!
Order! Order in the court! On behalf of Dahlia, I object! Mr. Wright, control yourself! I won't let you bully her like this! Mr. Wright, I thought I told you to stay in your seat!
Mr. Wright, why? Why go through all this trouble to protect her? Why? Well, because I'm madly in love with her. That is not a reason.
Madly in love? Well, I haven't heard anyone say that in a long time.
Phoenix, you are looking at this through rose-tinted glasses. Please take them off. Mr. Wright, have you ever thought about this? About why would a woman like Dahlia Hawthorne want to date you? Well, I guess she must be madly in love with me, too. Mr. Wright, please open your eyes. At this point in the trial, I think it should be fairly obvious to everyone. The real reason Dahlia Hawthorne dated you is because of that necklace. Dahlia Hawthorne was not and is not madly in love with you. The only thing she's after is that bottle necklace you love to wear around your neck. My necklace? Back there in the waiting room? You said it yourself. Yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
Oh, what a strange girl, asking for the present back like that.
For Dahlia Hawthorne, that necklace is irrefutable evidence of her crime. That's why she kept asking it back so she can dispose of it. That's why she absolutely had to get it back. You're lying! But you never gave it back to her. And to make matters worse, you insisted on showing it to everyone you met. That's why she... I don't believe you. No! That's a lie! Ugh!
Mia, are you alright? The defendant! He's getting away! Bailiff, hurry after him! Oh, Mia, are you alright, my girl?
Yes, I think so.
Oh, that boy, he went completely insane.
Was Mr. Wright?
It looks like the bailiff caught him, so he should be back soon enough.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh no!
What is it?
The bottle necklace. Miss Hawthorne's present. It's gone.
What? Well, that's terrible.
Mr. Wright must have grabbed it when he slammed into me.
Oh, foolish boy. That's the only thing that could have saved him. What in blazes are we to do now?
Yeah, Phoenix was not taking that very well, quite clearly.
Mr. Wright! This sort of behavior is unprecedented in the history of this court.
I'm sorry, but I'm afraid your apology is not enough. Mr. Wright, what did you do with the bottle necklace? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Miss Faye. It's okay. Just give back the necklace. I ate it. What? You what?
You ate it.
It was a bit big to swallow, so I had to chew it into little bits first, but yeah. How did... That looked like glass or crystal and metal, not necessarily gold, but some kind of metal. How did... Dude, your teeth must be broken.
What's he doing now?
Your Honor, you got to stop the trial. Mr. Wright, are you okay? Does your stomach hurt? That bottle you swallowed may have had some poison left in it. Oh, it seems the defendant has proved the prosecution's case for us very well. Clearly that bottle did not contain a deadly poison. And how can you be so sure, Mr. Payne? I think it's fairly obvious. As you can quite see, the defendant is still very much alive. As for the poison, more like a fledgling defense attorney's overactive imagination.
Well, it would seem that way.
No, there must be some kind of mistake. The bottle must not have had any poison left in it. Either that or the poison must have lost its potency. There. It's alright, Rookie. Trusting your client is the most noble thing a defense attorney can do. And it's heartwarming to see that you've placed this much faith in Mr. Wright. But that is how it is for us on the prosecution side as well. For example, I would trust the witness Miss Dahlia Hawthorne with my very life. Which is why I can state, with absolute certainty, that your assessment of her is completely wrong.
That's enough. Unfortunately, Miss Faye, I cannot accept your explanation of these events.
But why, Your Honor?
This may be impossible for a beginner like you to understand, but in the court of law, evidence is everything.
Even after I prove so much, is she gonna get away with everything?
Well, now that the suspicion of Miss Hawthorne has been cleared up, I would like to proceed with the trial.
Mr. Wright? I'm sorry, Miss Faye. It totally slipped my mind. I'm really, really sorry. I know you believed in me, and I feel like I really let you down. Mr. Wright? What are you saying? There's something that I forgot to tell you.
What is it?
That day, The day I met Doug? Ah, that girl. You shouldn't be seeing her anymore. Hey, it's none of your business, dude. I'm telling you for your sake. If you continue to see her, it's bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Last night, someone stole some poison from our lab. Poison? The same thing happened 8 months ago. A drug sample was stolen. She came to the lab that time too. It could only have been her. That girl is a thief. Stop it! Don't you dare talk about Dahlia like that! Poison is missing. Is it true? Did he really say that? Poison was missing 8 months ago. Fits with the murder then. Poison was missing now. Huh. Well, that's ridiculous! There's one more thing. After I pushed him that day, I got worried and came back to have a look. And she was there. Dolly was right there. She was crouched down next to him. What? She told me not to ever tell anyone about it, but I'm sorry, Dolly. Your Honor! The defendant is Miss Faye. You tell them. Dolly didn't do it. She's innocent! What? So Dahlia stole poison 8 months ago too. If you put that together with Mr. Wright's testimony, then there's only one possible conclusion. The defense believes that Miss Dahlia Hawthorne stole some poison on the night before she killed Doug Swallow. I believe that, yes, from what Doug said. But there's no poison in the bottle. Well, she never had a chance to get the bottle anyway, so it can't be in there. Why would she want to steal poison this time? Why? I mean, clearly this girl is a very murderous girl, so who knows, maybe she's planning to do something later on down the line, but why, still? Why steal poison now? The night before? Naturally, her motive for stealing it was to kill someone. Miss Faye. Well, if you're certain of your theory, then allow me to ask you this. Mia, this is your last chance. Think carefully now. There's something that she desperately wanted to get back. Therefore... Exactly who was Miss Dahlia Hawthorne planning to kill? It makes sense. Phoenix was refusing to give her back the necklace. And she couldn't wait any longer. Makes sense. It makes sense. It was you, Phoenix. There was one person who was standing squarely in Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's way. And that was you, Mr. Phoenix, right? What? Me? That's preposterous! After all, it was Mr. Doug Swallow who was murdered. Well, it's true that that's how things worked out. However, let's remember that Mr. Swallow died of electrocution, not poison. The one Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison was, in fact, the defendant, Mr. Phoenix, right? I'm sorry, but it could have been no one else. But how could that be? I thought Mr. Wright and Mrs. Hawthorne were in love. Poor Mr. Wright. This has to be killing him. Just hang in there. I'll bring her to justice, I swear it. As I said before, Your Honor, the only thing Miss Hawthorne truly cared about was the one piece of evidence linking her to that incident 8 months ago. That's right. The bottle necklace. That's all she's ever cared about. But even so, why would she go so far as to murder him? 8 months ago, just after the fall of that attorney in the basement cafeteria, Dahlia Hawthorne was only thinking of one thing. How to get rid of the bottle necklace as quickly as possible. No, it can't be. It was a pretty good move she made too. The evidence went missing for a long time. But there just was one big problem she did not foresee. Although she got him to hide the evidence, Mr. Wright refused to return it. To him, the tiny little bottle was a cherished treasure. He even showed it to everyone he met.
So you mean that is why she tried to kill Mr. Wright?
Correct, Your Honor. It was to retrieve that piece of evidence. That can't be true! I'm afraid it is. Beanie. What a joke you are. I can imagine. Yep, I figured that she changed her voice. Wow, though, that face. Yeah, she ain't doing the cute girls act anymore. Oh, yeah, this is who you really are, aren't you? Yeah, this is who you really are. And I still hate you, but I appreciate you, you know, gracing us with your true demeanor. Honestly, how can any woman ever count on you for anything? I even told you, time and time again, to keep your damn trap shut about me and that necklace. You disgust me.
Miss Hawthorne.
It appears that we're nearing the end of this trial. Fine. I can tell you plan on making me into a criminal no matter what I say. You are a criminal, Miss Hawthorne. Oh, we'll see about that, Madame Faye. But first, where is your evidence? It seems your sniveling little crybaby of a client has eaten the bottle as a midnight snack. Well, Hey, old man. Are you senile or something? Why would you say something instead of just sitting there with that dumb look on your face?
Miss Hawthorne, what's happened to you?
Are you really that shocked? Or do you prefer me this way, Mr. Judge? With absolutely no proof, you treat a voluntary witness as if she were a mass murderer. Well, I've nothing more to say. I'll be heading home now if you don't mind.
But we're not finished yet.
Fine. You can ask this nasty old hag to finish up already. I can't let her get away this time.
Stop, Mia. If you keep pushing on without any evidence, you could pay the ultimate price as a lawyer.
The ultimate price?
You'd be forced to take off your attorney's badge forever, I'm afraid.
No! You'd better think it over carefully, Miss Faye. Or should I say, Miss Grey?
Well, Miss Faye, can you provide this court evidence substantiating Miss Dahlia Hawthorne's guilt once and for all?
If I mess up here, my career as a lawyer is over. But to be honest, at this point, I don't even have any evidence that's well-founded. Still, I'd rather lose my badge than let her get away with murder. Your Honor, the defense would like to present proof. But that's impossible! You can't possibly! Stupid woman!
Very well then. Allow me to say this. It is the opinion of this court that there has already been enough discussion. Therefore, I will allow only one more piece of evidence to be presented.
Just one, Your Honor.
If you're unable to establish her guilt, then I'm afraid that a very harsh verdict will be handed down upon Mr. Wright immediately.
I understand. I can just imagine the headlines for tomorrow's newspaper. Up-and-coming lawyer plummeting to earth before getting the chance to soar. She was planning to poison Mr. Wright. If that's the case, then the poison was probably in there.
Well then, Miss Faye, please present your evidence to this court. Show us irrefutable proof that Miss Hawthorne was planning to poison Mr. Wright.
Well, she would have to find a way to make Phoenix take it. And there's only one reliable way at this moment that he would take the poison unknowingly. His cold medicine. Cold Killer X. Here it is, Your Honor. The evidence that will prove her guilt once and for all.
Cold Killer X. The defendant's beloved cold medicine.
Oh, does our rookie defense attorney have a bit of a cold? Oh, if I did, I still wouldn't be taking this particular cold medicine. I mean, after all, it's been poisoned.
What?
Remember what the defendant just said in his testimony. But I lost my bottle of it around lunchtime on the day of the accident. I always eat with Dolly, just the two of us. She was the one who took his bottle of Cold Killer X. And then she poisoned it, knowing full well that Mr. Wright was going to be taking some. Now you're really grasping at straws, rookie! After all, it was the victim, Doug Swallow, who was holding that medicine. Ah, but I would like the court to recall the crime that happened here 8 months ago. Where exactly did Miss Hawthorne hide the evidence?
What are you talking about, Miss Fay?
8 months ago, the poison was hidden in her bottle necklace, which she then gave to someone else for safekeeping. Someone who she had accidentally ran into in the reading room. My client, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yes, she did the same exact thing this time as well. After shoving the victim, Mr. Phoenix Wright left the scene of the crime. That is when the murderer, Dahlia Hawthorne, appeared before him. With her, she was carrying the poisoned bottle of Cold Killer X. This, of course, was so she could later carry out her plan to murder Mr. Wright.
Well, I believe she did testify she was going to meet the defendant later that day.
Yes, and she heard and saw everything that happened at the scene of the crime, including what the defendant and victim were arguing about. And she saw the cut electrical cable. That's when she realized, I can't allow Doug Swallow to live. She used the severed electrical cable to silence him forever. Unfortunately for her, this is when the problem occurred. Mr. Wright, who she thought had already left the scene, suddenly came back to check up on the victim. And on top of that, due to the power outage, some students ended up showing up. It's hardly any wonder that she was, as she so put it, in a state of panic. Recall that she was now carrying that bottle of laced cold medicine. She must have thought, what did they search me like they did 8 months ago? 8 months ago? Yes, Mr. Payne. She disposed of the evidence exactly the same way as she did then. She had someone else hold it, in this case, Doug Swallow. In the guise that when he was pushed, she took the bottle. That he took the bottle as he was being pushed. Oh, come now, everyone. Surely you aren't fooled, are you? This stupid woman. She's nothing but a stupid, filthy, stinking, damn liar. Right, Mr. Prosecutor? Huh? Yes, yes, that's exactly right. It's just pure desperation on their part. I wonder who is really the desperate one. Miss Hawthorne, this cold medicine, I wonder if you wouldn't mind taking some. Well, Mr. Wright ate that bottle necklace of yours, right? Now it's your turn to prove your innocence. So what do you say? If I'm just a damn filthy stinking liar, then there's no need to worry about taking just one innocent little cough medicine. Come on then, show us. I dare you to take some of this right now. Mia Fey! Mia Fey! Do you think you've won? Well, do you, Mia Fey?
Well, that's just fine. For the time being, victory is yours.
For the time being?
Well, I have a very long memory, you know. You and I will meet again, I'm very certain of it.
Huh?
Well then, Mr. Judge, I'll see you later too, okay?
Why, yes.
I'm going to spend a little quality time with the men in blue now. I wish you all the best.
The fact that she can change attitude on a drop of a dime is honestly creepy. Oh, I clicked out of the screen. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. I'm being so intense with this, my hands are getting numb. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. My hands are getting extremely numb. It's finally over.
I refuse to accept this! The defense hasn't shown a scrap of evidence to support their outrageous claim!
But even so, your witness seems to have accepted it.
I don't care! I am Winston Payne, and I don't believe one word that has come out of this rookie lawyer's mouth!
Well then, Mr. Payne, allow me to ask you this.
Yes?
Would you care to try this cold medicine?
What?
Just a little earlier, I could have sworn you said.
There. It's all right, rookie. For example, I would trust the witness, Miss Hawthorne, with my very life.
You did say that. So, if she really is all that trustworthy, then I'm sure there couldn't possibly be any poison in here, right?
You see, yeah.
And there goes the backpedal. So come now, rookie killer. Show this rookie how it's really done. How much trust do you have for this woman? Are you willing to bet your life on it?
No!
Oh, my hair! Its hair is flying off. Okay, sure. So that's how he lost his hair to Mia Fey. Sure. Sorry.
Mr. Payne, about Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll file papers for her immediate arrest.
Wow, my voice is dying. I can't even do Payne's squiggly, squeaky tone properly.
Tragic, but not surprising. I knew there was something suspicious about her from the very beginning.
Don't lie, Your Honor. Just admit you were wrong.
By the way, Miss Fey.
Yes, Your Honor?
Was it just me, or did you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne know each other?
Your Honor, whether we did or not has no bearing on this case.
Very well. Mr. Payne.
This can't be happening. It's a nightmare. It's like I'm losing to my daughter.
It appears Mr. Payne has lost his spirit along with his hair. Does the defendant have anything further to add?
It can't be true. My dear Dolly.
Very well then. I believe I am ready to pass judgment and bring an end to this trial. Court finds the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty.
That goes very slowly. Like bonk. Bonk.
This court is now adjourned.
And so is my voice, quite clearly. Just thank God it's just a few more minutes.
Oh, Mia, you were wonderful in there.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Grossberg.
During the verdict, I thought my hemorrhoids were... Oh my god, we're gonna explode like Mount Vesuvius.
Mr. Grossberg, do you maybe think you can stop talking about them?
Well, that's rather rude. Anyway, this case really made me think.
What does it really mean to have a relationship of mutual trust with your client? Perhaps it is we veteran lawyers who have lost sight of this.
Oh, Mr. Wright, congratulations.
Thanks. You know, I was thinking...
Go on.
The dolly that I saw up there on the witness stand? I don't think that was really her.
What?
Yeah, the dolly I know would never have said those kind of terrible things. Maybe she was like, I don't know, a fake or something?
Oh, boy. This poor kid still hasn't got a clue. You need to forget about her, Mr. Wright. For your own sake.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably for the best.
Also, you need to relax a bit more. Try to grow up a little.
But out of all my friends, everyone says that I'm the most grown up. What kind of company does he keep? Well, there's Larry Butts, for one. For one! Miss Faye, right now, I'm studying to become a lawyer myself.
That's what you keep saying, yes? But I thought you were in the art department.
Well, yeah, I mean, I am, but there's a friend that I desperately want to help. And if I hurry, then I should still be able to save him in time. He's talking about Miles. Remember, this is before the first game, so he was studying to be a lawyer to try and save Edgeworth.
I see.
Miss Faye, a lawyer is someone who can help people when they're in trouble, right?
Mr. Wright, I'm still new at this myself. But I think that's exactly what a lawyer is, what they should strive for.
Okay, then I'm gonna do it. I'll study my butt off. I'll become a lawyer for sure. I hope we see each other again someday. Maybe even in court? Well, you became her protege, so... it's funny how the world works. It's been 5 years since I was acquitted of those charges. I became a lawyer just like I planned, and managed to save my friend. But Mia passed on to a better place. For me, this trial brings up a lot of painful memories. But it also brings up some very precious ones. And memories that I thought would never rise to the surface again. Mia's gone now. But still, sometimes I can hear her in my mind.
Phoenix, no matter what, always believe in your client. In a court of law, your greatest weapon is your belief.
5 long years. Something's happened that made me think back on her words of wisdom. But that's a story for another day. 5 years. That means Mia had been a lawyer for 2 years before she became Phoenix's mentor. A brand new episode. I almost went a whole new world. Case is done! Yay! A bit on the longer side, but that's to be expected since I did not want to stop the episode in the middle of the amazing climax. There's a reason why I love doing the voices when I play this game. I get into the scenarios that I do end up forgetting the story. It's like I'm in that moment. It's like, what is in this moment that I should know about? It's like, when I think about it, hindsight, I do remember why there was that connection. But I was so engrossed in the moment, it's like, what connection is there? I truly don't know. It's like, what? So that's another reason why I do the voices here. It allows me to be in the moment. So in that moment, I forget I remembered, and it's like playing it new again. And unfortunately, I can only do this once, because I guarantee you I will remember period, even if I did the voices again. So I am cherishing this moment. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you all in the next one, where we will start with the next case. Yay, I need to rest my voice now. Ugh. Later, everyone.